This PowerPoint, or this video rather, is going to wrap up Chapter 4 for you regarding just confidence, and again, hitting on that self-responsibility, self-management. Today's quote is, "A strong positive self-image is the best possible preparation for success in life." You are what you think you are. And so if you don't look at yourself as being a strong individual, a positive individual, someone that works hard, it's very likely that you have a victim's mindset and are probably struggling at some capacity in your life. Another great video here. If you believe it, you can see it. So I encourage you to take the time to watch these motivational videos. Maybe you'll find some inspiration and draw on some of this information as you operate throughout your week. How do you move from doubt to confidence? That's a great question, right? Your self-confidence is really your success identity. So how confident you are as a person can really identify how successful you are as a person. Someone that is really, truly, genuinely confident probably has a past history of successes. They also probably have some purposeful action. What you'll find is like a cycle of success here. The more success you have, the better self-image you have, the more higher self-image you have, self-confidence you have, the more successes you have, and it's going to continue to cycle through. So it's just taking those baby steps and working towards success every day so that you can continue to grow your self-confidence and then essentially grow your success overall. 3 things that you can do to help create a successful identity or a successful self-confidence. Create a success identity. Okay. Then you can also celebrate your success and talent. So when you do have some achievements, make sure you're celebrating those moments. And then visualize. Take the time to see yourself being successful. The most successful athletes, most successful businessmen really do take the time to meditate and visualize their personal success. Okay. Successful people believe that they can. They don't think I will try or I might be able to. They truly think I can do X, Y, or Z, whatever that is. So be able to tell yourself that you are going to be successful, that I can do this. So this semester I can get an A in student success. Now you have to do the work to back that up, but it begins with believing in yourself and then aligning your actions. You have to visualize your success. One of the great examples is that of a POW, prisoner of war, who visualized the entire time he was imprisoned his golf game. And shockingly, he wasn't a great golfer when he was taken into as a prisoner of war. But when he got out and was released and went back to the U.S. and was golfing, all of a sudden he had a really good golf game because he spent his time every day visualizing himself hitting the golf ball, putting the ball, and he became a really good scratch golfer through his visualization of the game. It also probably distracted him from a lot of what he had going on while he was a POW. Another great example is public speaking course. They did this study on people who, and they're right here, you have 3 different groups. One group read about how to give public speeches, but they never really actually delivered a speech. They had a second group read about speech making, and they also had to give 2 talks each week to a small audience and classmates. And then the third group read about effective speech making, and they gave 1 talk each week to small groups. This group also watched videotapes of effective speakers and twice a day mentally rehearsed giving effective speeches on their own. And it is no surprise probably to you that group 3 improved the most. They put a lot of effort and time into it. They also added that visualization piece of their success. Some things to keep in mind when you're studying and how we can be a more successful student, because this is truly what this course is all about, is student success. 10 tips. Employ prime learning times. Okay, so there's certain times during the day that you personally study better. Maybe you're more alert in the morning. Maybe 10 o'clock at night is your prime time. So finding those prime study times is key. Also, obviously, having to work those prime study times around your work schedule and other obligations is important. 2, tackle challenging subjects first. And you do that because those are the things that are maybe more frustrating, or you may be more alert when you take those on immediately. Tackle with regular study breaks. Change subjects periodically just to keep you fresh and excited about the content. Have a growth mindset. Really attitude is everything, and you control your attitude. So if you go into it with a positive mindset, you are more inclined to have a positive result. Create an ideal study space that's probably not in front of the television, watching, the latest, greatest Netflix series, but rather maybe in a quiet space, some classical music in the background, whatever it is that is your ideal study space. Number 7 is arrange to be undisturbed. Okay, I understand how difficult that can be. I do have 3 children, so being undisturbed is quite a challenge, but it is important to really retaining information. Create a study schedule for your week, and by creating a study schedule, you allow yourself to employ those learning times. Maybe schedule study times when you will be able to be undisturbed, when an ideal study space is also available to you as well. Gather all your course materials. There's nothing like trying to study and you forgot your notebook. So make sure you have everything that you need to be successful as a student, and then condense your study materials. That's where, and I've spoken on this before, Cornell note-taking method allows you to organize those notes and utilize CORE, collect, organize, rehearse, and evaluate your notes. So really condensing those study materials so you can be successful studying the right information. All right, organizing materials, how to prep for a quiz. So this is something that we do in our class. We make flashcards for chapters 3 and 4. So one group's doing that, another group's doing an outline, and the last group is creating test questions, and they each have to rotate through these 3 stations to work on different types of study skills. But really, that's what it's all about today, is being confident, employing your self-confidence, your success identity. Genuine self-confidence comes from a history of successes. So let's be purposeful in our actions and create these moments of success so that we can grow our continued self-confidence.